Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and in this video we are going to cover one very important transit, that is the transit of Rahu into the Rohini Nakshatra from 27 January 2021 till around 5th October 2021. So this transit is very important and it is going to have a major impact on the world and particularly on India in the times ahead. So in this video, let us analyze the impact of Rahu transiting into the Rohini Nakshatra from 27 January 2021 till 5th October 2021. Om Namo Narayanaya. So this is the chart as on 27 January 2021. Rahu is present in the sign of Taurus right now in the Mrigashira Nakshatra, and he is going to transit into the Rohini Nakshatra. Now the sign of Taurus itself is a sign of luxury, is a sign of comforts, is a sign of creativity, is a sign of wealth and prosperity. Okay, and Rohini Nakshatra represents creativity. So people born in Rohini Nakshatra, they are very creative in different areas such as singing, dancing, cooking, fashion, cosmetics, etc. This is the reason why Rohini Nakshatra is the favorite nakshatra of the moon, because the moon finds great comfort in the Rohini Nakshatra. People born in Rohini Nakshatra, they are very appealing, they are very sensual, and they have beautiful eyes. So one gets easily attracted towards such people. The ruler of Rohini Nakshatra is the moon. And now what is happening is Rahu is entering into the Rohini Nakshatra. Another nakshatra ruled by the moon is Shravan Nakshatra. And from 23rd January 2021, Shani is entering into the Shravan Nakshatra. So we see that two nakshatras of the moon, namely Rohini and Shravan, are going to be occupied by malefic planets, that is Rahu and Shani respectively. So what this means is, during this period, there is going to be some kind of emotional turmoil, emotional stress. Now, whenever a malefic planet such as Shani, Rahu, or Ketu transits the Rohini Nakshatra, it is said to bring in great calamities, especially if Shani is transiting Rohini Nakshatra. It is said to bring about famine and war. And in Ramayana, there is a story wherein Dashrath, the father of Lord Ram, knew that Shani was going to transit the Rohini Nakshatra. To protect the people of his kingdom from famine and war, Dashrath decided to visit Shani. And when he visited Shani, he sung a stotra in praise of Shani. Shani was extremely pleased and he promised Dashrath that even when he is transiting the Rohini Nakshatra, good people in his kingdom will not be affected as a result of that transit. And thus Dashrath saved the people of his kingdom from Shani's malefic effects. Now this transit is extremely important for India because independent India has an ascendant of Taurus. Okay, and when India was formed on 15th August 1947, Rahu was present in the sign of Taurus and Ketu was present in the sign of Scorpio. So now we are having a similar situation where Rahu is present in the sign of Taurus and Ketu is present in the sign of Scorpio. Now what is the sign of Taurus? It is the second house in the Kalpurush Kundali. Second house represents wealth, it represents prosperity, it represents creativity. it also represents the economy. So now when Rahu enters into this sign of Taurus, what happens is there are fluctuations in the economy, major fluctuations. Rahu amplifies the qualities of Rohini Nakshatra. What do I mean by this? Rohini Nakshatra represents sensual pleasure, it represents love between couples. Okay? And when Rahu enters Rohini Nakshatra, what it does is it amplifies these qualities, which means it creates jealousy, it creates envy, okay? It creates some kind of distortion in relationships. Rahu here can make you sexually addicted. In Rohini Nakshatra, Rahu can make a person sexually addicted. The person craves for more and more because Rahu just represents the head, and whatever it consumes, it never goes into a body, so it is never satisfied. Rahu wants more and more, and this desire for more and more can create lot of envy, lot of friction, lot of jealousy in relationships. So this is what we are going to see after 27 January 2021. That is, there will be different types of groups of people fighting amongst each other. Now, on 10th April 1946, okay, Rahu had entered into the sign of Taurus, and within the sign of Taurus, he entered the Rohini Nakshatra on 10th September 1946. Okay, just as Rahu was about to enter the Rohini Nakshatra, that is around August of 1946, there were Hindu-Muslim riots in Calcutta, okay, and lot of people were killed in these riots, and this is also known as Calcutta killings. So the transit of Rahu into Rohini Nakshatra was never auspicious for India. Now add 18 years to 1946, okay, you will reach the year 1964. Again around November 1964, Rahu entered the Rohini Nakshatra. Remember that Rahu returns to the same sign after 18 years. Okay, so what happened in 1964? There was a cyclone in Rameshwaram in which many people lost their lives. And we also know that in 1965, there was the Indo-Pak war. Okay, this also happened because of the transit of Rahu. Again add 18 years to 1965, you will reach 1983-1984. Okay, in 1983-1984, there was this Operation Blue Star. Okay, and there was a great genocide of the Sikhs during that year. Add 18 years to 1984, you reach the year 2002. In 2002, we all know there were Godhra riots. Okay, this also happened when Rahu was transiting the sign of Taurus. Now add 18 years to 2002, we reach the year 2020. Again, we know that around December of 2019, the coronavirus had started, and you can see how the year 2020 has gone. Now on 27 January, Rahu is going to enter the Rohini Nakshatra, which again means that it is going to trigger warlike situations. Okay, and this time these warlike situations are seen in the areas of West Bengal and the northeast portion of India. Moon represents water, moon represents the emotions, and Rahu represents the fluctuations or the sudden bubbling of emotions and water. And now Rahu is present in the nakshatra of the moon, that is in the Rohini Nakshatra. And therefore, what this implies is it is going to cause some kind of economic distress. Okay, it is going to cause warlike situations in times ahead. And it can also result in communal clashes between different ethnic groups. Now, what I have said here may all seem to be very negative, okay, but there are some good things also about Rahu's transit into the Rohini Nakshatra. First thing is, when Rahu transit into the Rohini Nakshatra, it causes great advances in technology. Why is this so? Because Rahu himself represents technology, Rahu represents skyscrapers, Rahu represents airplanes, Rahu represents all kinds of wireless communications. Okay, and when Rahu transits into the Rohini Nakshatra, Rahu is impacting the mind to work towards these things. So, in the times ahead, you are going to see great advances in technology, especially in the sector of artificial intelligence. So, Rahu will cause great changes in technology. While these changes may benefit certain corporates, certain companies, okay, if you look at what happens because of these technologies, there is cost cutting which happens across all sectors, and therefore the common man gets impacted because of such advances in technology. Another thing is when Rahu is transiting the sign of Taurus, Ketu is transiting the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is again the natural 8th house in the zodiac, and it represents sudden events, sudden upheavals. Okay, so because of this transit of Rahu into the Rohini Nakshatra, there will be sudden upheavals, sudden emotional outbursts. Okay, relationships may fall apart, and many people may lose their lives also. The good part is that Jupiter entered Shravan Nakshatra on 7th January 2021. Jupiter represents expansion, and Jupiter is also aspecting this Rahu with his fifth aspect, which means that drastic effects of Rahu will be greatly curtailed. Although Jupiter is not very powerful right now, being in the sign of Capricorn, but Jupiter is not exactly at his debilitation degree. Jupiter gets debilitated at 5 degrees in Capricorn. Okay, and right now he has crossed 11 degrees. So Jupiter is not really debilitated, but he is still weak, and his aspect provides some protection against the malefic effects of Rahu. Right now, even Mars is aspecting the sign of Cancer and putting his protective fourth aspect on the sign of Cancer, which represents India's borders. Okay, so even if any calamity, any attack happens on India, the armed forces of India are very well equipped to protect the borders of our country, to protect the people of our country. However, somewhere around mid of February, Mars will move into the sign of Taurus and he will get conjunct with Rahu. This is when Angarak Yoga gets formed. Okay, it is like adding oil into fire. And this Angarak Yoga is a very explosive yoga, which means that is the period when there will be real warlike situations. So one needs to be very cautious once Mars combines with Rahu inside the sign of Taurus. The next thing to remember is that Rahu is in the nakshatra of the moon, that is in Rohini Nakshatra. Okay, and moon represents water. Okay, Rahu represents poison and viruses. So don't think that the coronavirus is over. Okay, it has definitely reduced in India, but in certain countries such as UK, South Africa, etc., we are again seeing different variants of the virus which are coming due to mutation. Okay, and therefore, as long as Rahu is in the sign of Taurus, we have to be very careful. And during the months of March, you could see some spike again in this coronavirus or some new kind of virus. Since two nakshatras of the moon are occupied by malefic planets, that is Saturn and Rahu, there is a strong possibility of increase in waterborne diseases or increase in accidents due to ships spilling some kind of chemicals or oil into the water, or some kind of warlike situation along the seas, along the international borders, wherein the navy will get involved. Rahu also represents foreign culture. If you see India's birth chart, at the time of independent India's birth on 15th August 1947, Rahu was in Taurus and Ketu was in Scorpio. and all the planets were trapped in a Kalsarp Yoga. That is, they were all trapped between Rahu and Ketu. Okay, and this is the reason why Indians have a lot of appreciation for the Western culture, because Rahu is present in the Lagna. Rahu represents foreign things, foreign culture. And so in India, people had a tendency, or rather, even today, have a tendency to appreciate the Western culture, to appreciate foreign culture, and neglect their own culture. So, another thing I want to point out is when Rahu is in the sign of Taurus, our attraction towards foreign things increases, especially when Rahu enters the Rohini Nakshatra, because Rohini Nakshatra is again all about attraction. So people are drawn towards foreign cultures, foreign things. Okay, and this is a major impact of Rahu in the sign of Taurus. But in reality, whatever Rahu gives is always an illusion. It never leads to end benefit. Okay, so it is like Rahu giving you drugs, you consuming drugs, but in the end, your body suffers, your health suffers. So, to avoid the malefic effects of Rahu, I always say surrender to a guru. That guru can be anyone, be it Sai Baba, be it Dattatreya, be it your own parents. Okay, surrender to a guru and follow the path given by your guru. So, friends, this is my analysis of transit of Rahu into the Rohini Nakshatra. And when Rahu transits the Rohini Nakshatra, we are going to see many great events happening. The army will become very strong, the government will also become very strong, and they will fight to protect our country from any eventuality. So friends, if you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so by hitting the subscribe button. For any queries, any consultation, you can email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and I'll be glad to assist you. To know more about us, you can visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye.